The journey of the Legend of Conan has been a complex saga, intertwining the legacy of an iconic character with the evolving landscape of Hollywood. This article delves into the development history of the film, the challenges it faced, and speculates on the potential plot lines that could have brought the legendary barbarian back to the silver screen. The character of Conan the Barbarian has long stood as a cornerstone of the fantasy genre, brought to vivid life on-screen by Arnold Schwarzenegger in the 1980s. The success of Conan the Barbarian, 1982, and its sequel, Conan the Destroyer, 1984, cemented Schwarzenegger's portrayal as definitive. The films depicted Conan's rise from a brutalized child to a powerful warrior and ultimately a ruler, leaving fans eager for the completion of his tale. In 2012, a bold new chapter for the Cimmerian warrior was announced, The Legend of Conan. The project was envisioned as a direct sequel to the original films, discarding the 2011 reboot and reconnecting with the tone and narrative style of its predecessors. Arnold Schwarzenegger expressed his excitement to return to one of his most iconic roles, igniting fan anticipation for the barbarian's triumphant return. From its inception, The Legend of Conan faced a labyrinth of obstacles. The film industry's evolving priorities and the shifting tides of studio leadership posed considerable challenges. Initial enthusiasm was met with repeated delays, script revisions, and uncertainty about how to bring the character back in a way that felt both fresh and respectful of his legacy. One of the most significant hurdles was crafting a story that honored Conan's past while making him relevant to modern audiences. The cinematic landscape had shifted dramatically since the 1980s, and the demand for intricate, character-driven narratives posed a unique challenge. Studio executives and creatives were reportedly torn between delivering a nostalgic homage and crafting a fresh tale that appealed to new viewers. The most intriguing aspect of The Legend of Conan lay in its rumored storyline, which would have centered on an aging Conan reflecting on his past glories and grappling with the weight of his legacy. Fans envisioned a tale of a once mighty warrior, now a grizzled king, facing one last epic challenge that would define his place in history. This approach carried rich thematic potential. Themes of mortality, redemption, and the burdens of leadership could have been explored, portraying Conan as a multifaceted character rather than just a muscle-bound barbarian. The story might have seen Conan confront the cost of his brutal conquests, reconcile with the ghosts of his past, or even face a challenge that forced him to adapt to a new world that had outgrown his barbaric ways. A climactic final quest could have provided a thrilling emotional send-off. Imagine Conan leaving his throne to battle a looming threat, reclaiming his warrior spirit, and ultimately finding peace in the knowledge that his name would live on in legend. Such a narrative could have perfectly capped his arc, tying the savage wanderer of his youth to the wise and battle-scarred ruler of his later years. The Legend of Conan sought to tap into Hollywood's fascination with old man sequels, a trend that gained momentum with films like Logan and Creed. These stories reintroduced aging protagonists, exploring their legacies and the passage of time while delivering emotional depth alongside action-packed narratives. For Conan, this approach offered a unique opportunity. Fans weren't simply looking for another barbaric bloodbath. They wanted to see the evolution of a hero they'd grown up with. The concept of an older Conan fighting not only external enemies but also internal struggles, his waning strength, his regrets, and his place in history could have made for a compelling and timeless tale. Yet, the delicate balance of honoring nostalgia while reinventing the character for new audiences would have required masterful execution. Lean too heavily on callbacks and it becomes a rehash. Stray too far and it risks alienating the fanbase. As promising as the concept was, several factors contributed to its apparent shelving. For one, the blockbuster landscape has become increasingly dominated by franchises with built-in mass appeal, such as superhero films. A mature, character-driven fantasy epic may have seemed like a risky investment in such a climate. Furthermore, creative disagreements and logistical challenges, ranging from script approval to casting considerations, likely added to the delays. The need for a cohesive vision that satisfied both fans of the original films and a new generation of viewers may have proven too daunting a task for the studio to prioritize. Despite these obstacles, Arnold Schwarzenegger's enthusiasm for the project never waned. His willingness to reprise the role demonstrated his commitment to delivering a proper conclusion to Conan's story. However, passion alone was not enough to overcome the complexities of modern filmmaking. While The Legend of Conan remains in limbo, the potential for a return to the Cimmerian warrior's world is far from dead. Conan's enduring popularity across novels, comics, and video games speaks to the character's timeless appeal. If Hollywood were to revisit Conan, it would need to craft a story that balances the grit and grandeur of the original films with the emotional depth and complexity expected of contemporary cinema. Such an effort would require visionary direction, a compelling script, and a team committed to honoring the character's legacy while taking bold creative risks. Perhaps Conan's fate lies in streaming platforms, where the freedom to experiment with tone and storytelling could allow for a fresh interpretation of the character. A series exploring Conan's life across different eras could provide the scope and depth necessary to fully realize his journey. The saga of the Legend of Conan is a testament to the enduring power of a well-crafted character. Conan the Barbarian has captivated audiences for nearly a century, and his legacy remains as strong as ever. While the film's development may have faltered, the ideas it represented, a warrior's introspection, the weight of legacy, and the balance between savagery and wisdom, are universal themes that continue to resonate. Whether through film, television, or other media, Conan's story deserves a fitting conclusion. His legend has not been forgotten, and the Cimmerian warrior will always hold a place in the hearts of those who admire his strength, resilience, and unyielding spirit. The fate of the Legend of Conan may remain uncertain, but the Barbarian saga is far from over. The strength of Conan lies in his timeless appeal, a reminder that no matter how many obstacles stand in the way, legends never truly fade.